What up, what up, what up? This is another episode of Cut Different, hashtag Cut Different on all social media platforms and all, I said froms, and all streaming platforms. It's your boy G, George's son, Patricia's son. We got Ty Dollar Signs in here.
What's going on, world? Talk to me.
Man. Yo.
Nicholas Cage.
Yes, sir. What's up, man?
Lilo from the Lilo.
Yes, Sirski, man.
I don't
What's
even
going
know.
on?
What the hell does your name mean?
I was going to ask that. I wanted to ask that.
That's a really good question, man. I have no clue. Honestly, it came from my father. And basically, man, make a long story short, I really don't even know how it happened, but I'm glad that he did come up with that name for me.
You said long story short, and you sound like you finna give us a thesis.
No, I just said.
And he said, it didn't even get to the story.
Stay out the way was ending it though.
Oh,
my bad. You
my
know
bad.
what I'm saying?
Okay, got you.
Okay.
I said I've been drinking this morning.
Oh yeah. We live, man.
I've been up all morning.
I've been up all night.
I was about to do that. Hey, that Beyonce shit.
Oh, that's funny.
So what's going on, fellas? Y'all good?
I'm good, man. Good
Is
morning.
Cut Different in here today?
We in here. We in here.
Boring niggas.
Where he from? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure this out. Where he from?
You can tell when a person wake up like, I'm finna fuck with people today.
Yeah,
I'm
he
ready.
lied.
He lied today.
Juice up.
He don't came here grinning.
Did y'all hear that? I said, well, it Cut Different in here. Yeah,
I mean, my voice projected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm up though.
Nick, that baby beating you up yet?
Nah, not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, and Turbo 2's his birthday was yesterday.
Oh, he touching everything. Bruh.
Like, get down. No. I'm like, huh? That was the first time you ever told me no? I'm like, no.
Threw you off, did
But I'm like, no, this can't be my baby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's about time for training camp.
I'm pretty sure your mama let you know, yep, that's what you used to do. That DNA is strong, boy. For real.
I'm trying to tell you.
Because you child, you ain't even got to spend. The funny thing about having kids, man, you ain't even got to spend a lot of time with them for them to be you.
Nope.
They still you.
And it's crazy how early you see the mannerisms and certain traits of you so early. And it ain't even been taught. It just, you know what I'm saying? So it's so deep, man.
I mean, well, I don't have no kids, so I guess, you know what I'm saying, once I get to that point, you know what I'm saying, I'll be inside the learning stages.
Why you ain't got no kids? Your soldiers
Don't rush it.
Nah,
Don't rush it.
Soldiers is loaded. You know
Listen, we don't need you shooting up
ain't no
any
war,
cubs
right, if it
and
ain't no
having
war.
any bodies coming out with bodies.
Trust me.
You know what I'm
To the
saying?
wrong one, boy.
Boy, it would change your life.
What?
I mean, luckily I ain't in that situation, but I have seen a lot of situations where
shit.
man having that child with the wrong person, dog, is not a game. That's why you know got to be equally yoked, man. That thing's for real.
Yeah, I like eggs.
Yeah.
Oh, here he goes.
Organic, huh?
Hey, before we get into our main topic, I want to touch on something that you mentioned, and I rudely skipped right over it. My bad, I want to apologize, because you put it in the messenger. Ed Reed. You wanted to talk about that, and I was like, oh, we ain't touched what he said.
I mean, you know, but it was cool though because where we was at, it was meant to be where it was supposed to be.
Wait, what about Eric?
So to give you a little backstory on it, so
I don't like football.
So so Bethune Cookman. I don't know if you heard of Bethune Cookman. It's the HBCU that's down in Florida.
Yeah, she was at HBCU.
And
Is it a
so,
girl?
Yeah.
I mean, his name. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, bitch.
so anyway, we're gonna move past that. So anyway, he ended up taking the position as the head coach for this particular school. Now, Eric Reed is an all-time Pro Bowler, Hall of Fame safety that played for the Ravens with Ray Lewis, whatever case
He
may
got
be.
no Super Bowl?
He definitely got a Super Bowl. He got 2 rings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's legit. So he played with Deion, all of them. You know, he's legit. Like he's that guy. So anyway, long story short, when he ended up going to the school, he was pissed, and he showed a camera exposing what the school and the condition of the school looked like.
Yeah.
The school didn't have a full track. Have a track. They had like this little sprint runway, right? And then it showed how there was trash all in the buildings, like not just like junk and stuff they're gonna use later on.
Yeah.
Actual trash bags that's in buildings in the on the campus.
On the campus.
And he's having to go around, pick up this trash and clean this stuff up. Like, how can I begin doing what we gotta do if it's filthy? He said when he got to his office was dirty. It was filthy, and just like he was just saying that this thing is deeper than football. You know what I'm saying? And so what happened was he did a live exposing it, going off cussing like what the F and all this other stuff. What happened was now that the deans and everybody at the school, the athletic director, Reggie Theus and all them, end up pretty much saying that they're going to terminate his position. That they ain't going to sign, and he's going. So he's been fighting, and they try to say that he was resigning, but he said, no, I'm showing you proof that I didn't do that. They make their force in my hand. And the sad thing about it is, he brought his nephew there with him, and he recruited a whole bunch of people, and the football players, even to this moment, are fighting for him to be the coach, but they won't sign him because they're using that as an excuse. But in actuality, a lot of people know that they're mad because he exposed what they're doing at these at this particular HBCU and how it's being governed. And so, it's just been a real big unfortunate situation.
Ain't that something like what Deion Sanders was pretty much saying about the school he was at? Like his
Jackson. It was at Jackson. Jackson.
Like his office had got raided through and all types of
stole
stuff.
His phone.
Yeah, stole his phone. Like, I don't know, man. It's crazy. But again, a lot of those HBCUs ain't getting sponsored or, no money going to it. Nobody really care about them.
Bonding. Yep.
So, it's kind of hard to keep something up tight, when you have no help or whatever. Right. But then you finally get some type of help because, Ed Sheen being there, that's going to cause some type of exposure. More players going to want to come there and whatnot. But then doing that, they just pretty much set themselves back.
Right. I think it's messed.
Did you set them back or did?
They set their own self back.
They set their own self back.
That was for lack of better words, that was a whole move. In my mind.
What?
Because Deion handled it with class.
Yeah.
What he did was, he did what most black folks do when they deal with black institutions or businesses.
Yeah.
They go to social media with it.
Yeah.
And they try to downgrade. They make, sometimes you can, when you put cameras on certain things, and we don't know if that's 365, but when you put a video, when you expose it that way, it makes us think, the general public think that it's like that every single day.
Okay, yes.
You know what I mean? That might have been a time that the cleaning, they may have not paid the cleaning crew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They might have not had the staff for it at that specific moment. But let me land. I want to make this point in the conversation that sometimes we're doing too much.
Yeah.
There's a different way. When you're doing things professional, if you're a true professional, that's not the way to do it.
Yeah. Probably should have talked to him first. If they didn't. Now, if he did talk to him and they be like, nah, we don't
quit.
You might quit. But then they're going to ask you, like, damn, why you quit? You don't start this.
I'll tell you why I quit.
That's what I'm saying.
This is why I quit. But now what you're doing is next year when it's time, because HBCU, I'm not sure if y'all familiar with the process of like when you go into these college fairs and stuff like that. HBCU presence is low. Low, and a lot of that is due to the funds that are allocated to go and get more students and get more athletes and stuff like that.
Okay,
they don't have what the PWIs have.
Yeah. Okay.
We don't have that kind of funding or exposure to the whole market of who's coming into this new class. So when you do that, what are you saying to the general public? I'm not. It's better. HBCU's got a terrible name when it comes to, I can think of a handful of kids every year that I hear even think about going to HBCU, let alone actually going. Yeah. And that's a handful. So, I mean, when you handle things a certain way, I don't want to talk too long, but when you handle things a certain way, you doing more than what you think you're doing.
Yeah, okay.
It's like saying, they had a nasty attitude when I went and got some wings the other day at the little wing spot. Yeah. That's black owned. Yeah. Now you on Facebook saying all of this about them. Now everybody thinking, they ain't thinking about the food no more. Yeah. They ain't thinking about the recycling of dollars in our community. Yeah. What they thinking about is, we ain't finna let these niggas get over on us.
So it's good to just stay quiet?
No, there's a different way to handle things.
I feel like, honestly, that the way he did it could have been done better, right? Mm-hmm. But I think that what he did was necessary to say.
You don't like black people.
I love my people.
I'm just going to say it out loud.
You sound crazy, brother.
I don't even know how we found you.
I don't know how you found yourself, brother.
It sounds like you did it.
That's not a personal problem, but I know who I am, though. But that's my guy. But all seriousness, though, like, real talk, like, how I look at it is like it could have been handled, but at the same time, if he didn't do this, would the university would start making necessary moves to get that shit in order? Yeah. Because there's not just that ain't just that particular issue. Mm-hmm. The students start showing the dorms where it's got mold in there.
Oh, wow.
You dig what I'm saying? It's an infestation. Mm-hmm. So infestation don't happen overnight. They don't happen over just in the last. That's been there.
Yeah.
And that's been there. So my thing is, as a parent, if they don't show me that and I don't see that, and I know that my child is in those type of conditions, you got to get the hell up out of there.
That's tough. That's roughing it though, because PWIs have the same. I have never been to a PWI dorm that looked good.
Outside the building,
inside the hallway's dirty, the shower's dirty,
the lights,
yeah.
But I'm about to say this got to be 5-star guys, but it ain't got no goddamn mold in there. Now my thing is, and if the parent allow their child to stay in that type of condition, that's their choice. I know I'm not gonna allow my child to be in no situation. 'Cause I know what mold do when it gets in your body. Okay, so if
what
that's
it do when it get in your body?
Man, don't play with me, bro.
I'm just saying, if it get in your body,
get you fucked up, get in your lungs and shit, cause you have all kinds of issues, bro. Mm-hmm. And all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, is if that was something that they wanted to do, they could have been making necessary moves to do that. Facts. That's bullshit. Facts. I'm not gonna sit there and act like, Ed Reed could have went about it a different way. Maybe could have stepped to him behind the scenes. Hey, listen, we gotta get this in order. I can't make no moves and do the things I need to do unless we get this thing in order. Now, after that, then like G said, okay, cool. But at the same time, I think it did put pressure on them because this has been happening for a long time. The kids are striking right now.
So
like they in prison.
From
shit,
what?
you might. I mean, hell, if you paying goddamn $10,000 to go to a university where that's bullshit.
From what I'm hearing is
I think calls it scam.
It all comes down to funding.
To some. We in this system though.
And right, being inside this system, understanding that money make the world go round.
I feel you.
And you ain't gonna get it too many times. 9 times out of 10, if you ain't got no degree, it's gonna be hard for you.
Mm-hmm. But let me ask y'all a question though. Fact. Does it cost you money to take out the goddamn trash?
No. I mean,
that's
a staffing issue though.
But here's the thing. At the end of the day, that money, they got money. They're like that. Listen, Morris Brown, them schools didn't have no money. That's why they shut down. Mm-hmm. Bethune-Cookman been around for how many years now? How many years has it been around? And you ain't just been around for that many years and they have that much longevity just because you making it this year by year. Mm-hmm. People put their money towards things that they feel is necessary, to have a budget for.
Yeah, but at the same time, HBCUs alumni don't put into those.
And that's another fucking problem.
The same as PWI. PWI, they millionaires, and they true alums. They come to the games. They ain't coming to just homecoming. They come to the game. They betting on the game. They believe in their school. They want their school to thrive. Yeah, thrive.
Thrive. Yeah.
So when you come to HBCUs, a lot of us just going back for the show. We bought a T-shirt and we come back
for the festivities.
Hey, I graduated in 1993. You wasn't even born yet.
Shoot what they call shoot the shit.
Yeah, that's all they doing. You don't even be a part of the booster clubs and the fundraising and none of that. You ain't doing none of that. But that goes to what we was talking about last show. Niggas. If you're not a part of the solution, you're part of the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you don't think him joining them was part of the solution he was trying?
And then he was out there actually out there cleaning the trash himself. Now
he should. He's staff.
But my thing is though, why? Okay, then if that's the case, if he's staff, then why haven't the other staff prior to him did the same thing? Exactly. So that's bull crap. That's bull crap. It shouldn't be that he gets
an institution problem, or is that a I never seen the classroom all the time that I was in school. Every teacher I had, clean their class.
We're talking about facilities where they're not being used, buildings that are not being used, and you're using it as a trash dumpster. Bethune-Cookman.
I've been there before.
Okay, so what I'm saying is they already showed it. There's videos you can go on YouTube. They got videos where you're seeing it, and you can look through the window. You're seeing bags of trash in the facility. So what do you expect to happen now if you got trash in the damn building? What comes along with that? Infestation, rats. It's filth. Filth doesn't cause you.
I ain't saying they ain't wrong now.
No, I'm just saying. So at the end of the day, yeah, we're talking about funding, to build things, but to keep things clean and tidy. That's you having a mindset.
And that's just the bottom of things. That's not like, curriculums and all that.
Bethune is a poor school, though. It's a really poor school.
I see why. They ain't gonna keep up.
But you over here done about Jackson State, where that they didn't have the proper security facilities and stuff like that. But you never hear. But I didn't ever hear them think about them having trash just all over the place. I never hear them say that they're using buildings as a dumpster. I never heard Howard doing that. I ain't never heard of Clark University.
Spelman.
I ain't never heard of Spelman. I ain't heard of Morehouse doing no bullshit like that. All HBC, even if they have, it ain't happening now.
It all starts at home.
Say it again.
It all starts at home.
Thank you.
So,
Well, y'all let us know what y'all think about that Ed Reed and being a little hope. I mean, being a good patriot.
This on that one. I like Ed Reed. Shout out to Ed Reed, man. I really like him. Dion talked. Listen, Dion. Let me say this right quick. Dion talked to him. He said, "You knew. I told you this. I told you this was going to be part of the journey. I told you this wasn't going to be easy." Because Eddie George done said something too. Now he's a head coach at Tennessee State. A lot of people are coming out with it. You dig what I'm saying? Dion did his part too, and as far as him putting out his own money. So you can talk about the things you out there in the trenches. He was out there. He didn't want to leave the trenches. He was forced to leave.
Yeah.
But anyway,
all colleges are like you can go on a college on like regular days, and they ain't the cleanest place. And a lot of that is because of like the students too. They dirty as hell.
Don't get it wrong. Yeah,
that's a lot to keep up when you dealing with kids that just don't care at all. They ain't got no esteem for the school or themselves.
But what's the difference between like college and high school and middle school? They all gonna be dirty. Yeah, them little kids don't care either. They still got the staff still got to clean up behind them because
Well, that's public school, so. They most of the time they staff properly. A lot of colleges, and especially with the time we in here, you can't even go sit down to a restaurant without an hour wait most of the time. A lot of people just trying to turn into entrepreneurs, Lyft drivers, and they ain't really trying to hear all that. Right. You know what I mean? No matter if you pay them $15, $20 an hour, like, man, I got more freedom, dropping off food. So. A lot of times, people just really ain't in the mindset. Everybody want to be a chief.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be, even though you're terrible at what you're doing. You know what I mean?
You want the title?
At least be good at it.
Yeah. I want to talk about them DoorDash drivers. They just be throwing my food.
No.
I feel like them motherfuckers be in that goddamn chef. Like, that bitch look good. Let me try that fried calamari right quick that you don't order. Yeah, and it's steaming too.
Sometimes that bad don't be closed all the way.
Boy, stop playing like that bitch been altered a little bit.
I know I usually have 32 fries.
My rating is 100%. I ain't never
listen, this bag got too many damn wrinkles in it. I know when I got my food and it wasn't that wrinkled up.
Y'all funny.
Oh, shit.
Y'all funny. Okay, well, to go into our next session or our next topic, is honestly to talk about these women, and with all that being said, I had to give it a real good pause for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that this is
everybody just had a flashback just now. Yeah, when you just said women, everybody. Like,
you know what I'm saying? A touchy subject, but let me first off by saying this: I respect women that are independent and hold some type of security for themselves. One thing that I will say is going to the degree of the man and what boundaries are there to actually be set, amongst
What, the man, or you talking about like a couple together?
the couple together.
Okay.
Correct.
You know, you turning to Martin Luther Farrakhan when you be talking.
I feel like all that should be.
Because I be trying to make sure, I could be very
Just tell us what the subject is,
Yeah.
bro.
Just say that. Just say it.
Say
it with your
No
chest.
holds barred. We men. Say it. If they don't like it, we don't care.
How about this? Y'all go ahead and say it. Yeah, go ahead.
We want
If-
death
I mean,
to feminism.
Death
Amen to that.
Feminism.
I feel like a lot of
Oh,
things
my
could be.
God.
A lot of things could be fixed if you just talk about it in the beginning. Like I tell women straight up, like, listen, you ain't the only one. I am talking to other women. It's this. I do work this amount of hours. I can only see you this. If they're not cool with it, boom, we can dead it right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Say,
But
hey,
you know what?
I
But
mean?
hold on.
First
Before we
time you
before we get into
You
it.
don't remember the first time you beat a woman, though?
No, I ain't never did that. Now you on your own, cuz. But listen, I want to say something though. He talking about whooping
tried to-
ass. I ain't never did that. Nope.
right.
You on your own.
That's not what we meant to death to
No.
feminism.
I thought that was the topic.
I want no. I wanted to, before we go into it, let's give a background of what feminism is, because some people may not know what it is, and that's cool.
I feel like it's racism, but in a woman's form.
Oh Lord, hold on.
It's racism, but in a woman's
G,
form.
can you say it? G, can you say? I ain't gonna let you.
I like that.
I see, but hold on, G. I want you to say. God, no, we supposed to take the best off. He said, I'm choosing violence today.
Yeah,
You woke up choosing violence?
It's facts.
Go ahead. Like, what's the background, like, of feminism? Like,
The background of feminism?
Yeah, like feminism.
White women felt like they weren't getting their just due in their communities, and they weren't getting any traction. So that they recruited black women with a louder and stronger voice to accompany them on this journey of getting their just dues. What black women, I feel like black women interpreted from that whole thing, which they never had an issue in the black community before feminist movements, because black women had always had a place and rights in our homes and in our
Always.
community.
And that's during slavery, too.
Yeah.
Slavery, that's been since the
They've
beginning
never
of
been
time.
slighted.
Yeah.
They've never been slighted. Black women took that to say, we want independence. They want to become their own country.
Okay.
They wanted to become their own entity. They wanted to separate from the black cause to the women's cause, the black woman's cause.
Yeah.
And that, my friend, for me, is what feminism is in my life. Now, feminism as a whole, that's just the rights of women being equal to us.
So what comes along with that based upon feminism? What have you seen that came along with that? Like the behavior
The
or...
destruction of the black.
Thought ties.
Yes.
I'm asking you. Go ahead. I want to hear it. Say it.
Destruction.
Destruction.
How?
That's all it is.
Destruction of the black
They want to
household.
rule the household.
They wanna
They
rule the
want to
household.
do.
Give us an example.
They got penises.
Give an example. Give an
Go ahead and
example.
Put it out there.
Give an example.
I can give one example. Was, let's
They
say,
don't take baths properly.
because you know, women they
you
base
want me to
most
stop?
things.
No,
They
we,
been-
we just thought. I
They
wanted
look
give me
like
an example when you said
Manny Fresh.
where it was like you felt like okay, she's trying to overpower this not because of an ego thing, because really
Nah.
like she's trying to debug the situation.
Woman-
I guess what it sounds like.
Women are built off of emotion. Men are built off of strategy.
Yes.
You can't, logic, strategy. You know, we plan stuff. They wanna, cause they mad. They gonna do that, this and there. They don't care about consequences or who gonna suffer in a way.
It's how they feel.
It's just how you feel. We gonna do that way. And you know,
Feel
so
like you took that out of his back.
You was on point, you know what I'm saying? Fez was on point.
I was like, is he tipping me? I'm about to give her. I appreciate you. But yeah, that's how I feel. It's just that's why to me, I don't think a woman should be president.
Oh,
Honestly.
Oh boy, you finna get your time slashed, nigga.
And why? Ooh,
we've been banned.
God dang, you just
It's not. It's not.
You just going there today,
Nah,
huh?
It's not. It's not like they. No, they can't. If you can't lead,
It's like women pastors.
I've never seen a woman pastor.
My
I
mom
have.
was one.
Me personally, I never
She
seen one.
changed it to Evangelist after she understood that it wasn't her role to lead men.
Yeah, some women do find out, but sometimes it be the hard way. They already done crashed everything, and I can't do this anymore. So now the man got to take over and lead and fix this and fix that. Yeah, because we can handle the pressure, right? Yes. Me, I don't really care what nobody think. A woman gonna care.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That's why I said, me personally, I don't think, not saying that they can't, but I feel like that'll be too much, especially emotionally.
They lead when they have to.
I don't.
When
they lead,
have to.
They supposed to lead the children.
No, I'm saying when there's no man present, they have to lead.
But I feel like I feel like there's certain times where a woman is. You need to have a woman that's strong enough to be able to lead when you're not there. And when I mean is, say if I'm out going to get this bread, I need you to be the leader of this house.
The house, yeah, you're supposed to be the
leader. So you still,
but
I still, I mean, of course, I still govern how the house is being conducted, but I expect for that to be executed. I expect for that to be done. And I expect for us to be on the same page with each other, right?
I feel like it's trust too.
Of course, that comes along with it, right? It's not a dictatorship because I can't. Here's the thing. The thing is, for them, it's more of a dictatorship, and so for them,
but it's not.
They look at us as if a man, if he may say he's a 6-figure man, and then he say, "Hey, in order for you to be with me, these are the things that are required." They look at that as a problem. You can't sit there and dictate what a man wants. And that what he deserved to get and what you feel like he don't deserve to get. That's bullshit.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So how do you feel about compromising?
I feel like compromising is necessary if it's doing something in a positive direction.
Thank you, yeah.
If it's doing it based upon... If we're
compromising.
Right, if we're compromising based upon you getting something that you want and at the end of the day doesn't bring nothing to the table, that's that entitlement. And that's the problem that I have with the whole feminist thing is the entitlement. See, we can compromise on something as long as it's bringing something to our household, as long as it's bringing us together as a family, as far as love and everything like that. I'm with it. But if you're doing it based upon your own goddamn selfish ego, because I'm a woman and I deserve to have it because that's just it, and you don't bring nothing to the table, then that is a me mentality. That's a problem because they don't like it when they say with men, I don't want to be with no broke ass man.
Come on.
I don't want to be with no scrub. And that's cool. And that's fine. But if you can have those same type of requirements and that's what you want, why can a man not have that? Why does a man have to settle for a woman who don't work, who don't bring nothing to the table because she look good or because she can rock a dress or because could twerk or because for 30 or 40 minutes for 30 or 40 minutes you satisfy me sexually but everything else I'm done.
Oh, glory.
Then you're supposed to get the Rari. You're supposed to get the house. You're supposed to get the commitment based upon that. And at the end of the day, you're not bringing that to the table.
They want that 30 minutes to last a lifetime.
But that's true. And that's why I said there has to be, and then you're right. And there has to be a level of accountability. We talked about this, G. A true leader has to know. So, but we talked about this on our previous podcast, me and you, G, that it has to be a level of accountability for yourself for what you're choosing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And don't get caught up on the glam and the glitter.
Right. I don't want to just beat up women because
y'all
talking about canceling.
A lot of what they do is what we allow to happen.
Absolutely true. I agree with that 100.
I agree.
I agree with that 135% because a person can't do nothing to you what you allow.
I agree.
If you're asking to lead, if you're asking them to let you be the man, you're not one. Yeah. If you're asking for leadership, you're not one.
Because it should just come off your character and based upon your leadership, based upon what you bring.
They have it to where women have so much power, though.
To the body?
What's up?
The ribs function to the body. What's the ribs purpose in the body?
Protect.
Protect what?
The internal.
Yeah.
Your heart.
It acts as a structural support. Mm-hmm. And it acts as a protective shield.
Absolutely.
Against over what was built. Mm. So if you build it, if she's to help me, that's where the real comes in. I'm gonna protect what you built, baby.
Say that again.
I'm gonna support what you build, baby.
But you gotta support me.
No, you're the body.
Yeah.
She's acting as a support to the structure
of you.
Of the household,
but she failed.
Of the family.
But
she's not the backbone.
But she's not the
because
backbone.
you are.
The backbone, but she's the support.
Yeah.
Meaning that she's supporting what you're doing. If you supporting out there, you got a business going on. You supporting basically make sure that this household is being conducted a certain way. She's supporting your vision. She's supporting your movement. She's not going against it. She's rolling with it. That's why I said earlier when we talked about
trying to get into a biological standpoint because we're talking about feminism, right? And a lot of women don't understand. Like they think, well, I'm the rib. You hear things like that. Not to cut you off, but I want to kind of like pull this whole conversation into like some kind of like premise that we have.
Let's go.
So if that's the function of the rib and help me,
yes,
we gotta get
that
more.
does not make you here. You're not that.
But that's what they want to be, though.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest problem. Like a question I asked on my Instagram, I said, do you want to be a bad bitch or a wife? A lot of women, they need that. Yeah, you could be a baddie, not a bad bitch, but you could be,
I don't understand how women call themselves bitches. And
that's what I'm saying.
That's okay.
You want to be a bad bitch, but not a wife. The wife is what you're talking about right now.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be helping me, and, exactly. Of course you look good, this and that, but that don't really mean nothing in a relationship besides, fantasizing, you know what I mean? It doesn't really help me financially.
That's sexual.
Yeah, sexual.
And I'm speaking on understand this too. We are definitely speaking on the facts that a man has his shit together. And I will say that too.
Say that again.
Or at least getting his
shit. You know what I'm saying? Or at least getting his shit
but
together.
The fact is, that's a key. That's a
Well,
key.
if you're getting your shit together, you don't really have a leg to stand on.
You gotta have your shit in order.
You have to.
You gotta have some type of foundation that she see that knows that hey, you structured or you in that direction. If you keep saying that hey, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, and never manifest it, all you just selling is a goddamn dream.
How I feel like a woman.
That's false advertising.
Women are not going after the man who's actually trying to get it. They want a man who already has it.
And,
or the man that don't have it.
But say that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Go there. Say that again, G. Say it.
You can't ask for a wife until you got it together.
And also, too, you can't. Now, my thing is on the flip side, are we going to be saying, well, I'm with a girl who's in the process of being the wife, but she still is not yet. We're not going to do that, so we got to be fair across the board. Across the board.
That's what I said.
I don't want to be what's a one-way trade.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you, bro.
Hey, listen, I'm trying to get here. I already got this set up. I got money saved. But you know what I mean?
You got a plan.
Yeah, we got a plan. So right now, we can't do trips to Dubai. Let's hold on that real quick.
That's not happening together.
Yeah.
That's what they think happening together.
Thank you. But I'm saying it's a different thing. Like,
what you
man
doing
and women
structure.
think differently.
That's called structure.
Thank you.
Because
You
we're
have to have a
budgeting.
structure.
It ain't because I'm budgeting because I want to invest
I can't buy you
other
this bag
things.
today. I can't buy you this bag
What
today.
word you said? Structure.
Structure.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
You are support
Yeah.
to the structure.
Yeah.
You are not the structure.
Yeah, but not in that, but you gotta believe in my vision too to be able to support the structure.
Exactly.
If you're in here and all you thinking is I'm waiting on my payday.
That's all.
You dig what I'm saying? I'm waiting for this nigga to break me off. Go ahead and break me off, and then you're not in it for the right reason. You're supposed to be with that man. I don't give a fuck. My mentality is this: if you ride with me, you ride me because of who I am and what I am, not because of what I got. Yeah. Of course, you want to see that if the man disciplined, you want to see if they got some type of structure. But at the end of the day, you rock with me for me because of my vision.
Exactly.
Because everything else will come along with it.
I'll go ahead.
Correct. And no, go ahead.
No, I was saying, go ahead. I'm
okay. Well, I just wanted to ask y'all this question. So, do y'all see women as gifts?
There can be a gift, absolutely. If they can be a gift, absolutely. I do see that.
We're not talking about possession wise. We're not talking about. You're talking about like a gift to us, like something that can help us.
Because you have a woman that got.
Because you know how they like to switch things. Like, so we just a gift. We just gonna get thrown away.
Hell, I do believe in that because you got
gift though.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Asking the question.
You brought it up. Go ahead. What is it before I answer? Before we all answer.
Basically, right. Well, basically, what I'm saying is, after a man actually has his shit together, his things together, and he has a plan to actually look for a wife, then viewing them as a gift is a blessing.
As a trophy, basically.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? On the man's behalf, because he's wanting to cater to it, he's wanting to protect it, he's wanting to make sure that, everything is up to par for his mate. So that's the reason why I asked y'all, do y'all see, you know what I'm saying, women as gifts?
Hell yeah.
A trophy. A trophy.
I definitely do see that as a gift. And the reason why I see it as a gift, because you got to understand that comes along with that gift. You know, here's the thing. What does a man do every day? You sacrifice your life.
Yeah.
You give up your life resource.
She doesn't.
Mm-hmm. You got to put up with the race.
Hear me out for a second. We're giving up all these things in order to make sure that we give you the life that you feel like we deserve, that we want to give you. A solid brother. Yeah. I want to make sure you have the house. I want to make sure that you are able to be stable and protected and loved and nurtured and help you to grow. You dig what I'm saying? Right. But I can't do that with anybody if you're not in the right mindset of want to receive that, for one. Right. I can't have you come in my house to destroy it. You adding peace to it, you adding chaos to it. You adding value to it, or you destroying it. Yep. And I can't have you doing that. You dig what I'm saying? Either. So if you got a woman who see what, oh man, you was a solid brother. Lilo, I see your vision. I see what you got going on. Dude, you was a talented brother. You know what? Let me add on to that. Why don't we do this? Or why don't we do that? 2 minds is always better than 1. Yep. And we on the same page. Yep. That's when I said the gift comes in. Because I'll be a fool to think that only my mind is the only one that's worthy of giving out ideas or making this thing grow if I got a woman who's like-minded as myself who can bring value to what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, like you were saying, there's no in-between. You either, bringing value or you're destroying. There's not maybe today, this and that. No.
There's no in-between. I don't care about your story.
Right,
I don't care what Ray did really before. Yeah. I'm not Ray.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I didn't fuck you over.
Yeah. And
I didn't dog you out. I didn't give you fucking 2 or 3 kids and abandon you and made you be a single mom. And then that's not my fault.
That's not my fault, yeah.
That's scars, though.
Yeah. I mean, but we have scars too. It's just that men just have to handle it. We just have to bottle it up because we got to keep going. Because if we fall, she fall, the kids fall,
the empire.
Yeah, the whole empire falls. So it's like.
So when should we leave? When
ASAP. I'm me at this point in time. ASAP. If you showing me this.
Okay, let me give you a good point. You said that we got, but hold on. He said a good point. You said that we have to keep shit bottled in because if we fall, then the whole structure falls. Yeah. But when you have that mate, that wife, when I'm feeling that way, I can confide in you.
Yeah.
Because the world gonna treat me like shit.
Thank you. I was just about to say that.
The world gonna treat me like shit.
But it wouldn't matter to us if we coming home to a wife.
Because if I come home to my wife, I can talk to you about this shit. You can add peace to it. We can add clarity to it. We can grow together. Even you don't say shit. You just listen to me like, baby, I got you. Yeah. We gonna get through it. And that's all. Sometimes all the fuck men need.
Yeah.
Men need to be. I hate to say this, and some people think it's a pump move, but men need to be nurtured too. Yeah. We need that nurturing too, just like a woman needed.
But you know what's crazy? Privacy get leaked too. And then when your privacy get leaked, and not a man prior.
That's the trust. The trust has been, but that's what I'm saying. You got to find a woman who's trustworthy, where you can build. I can talk to you and know that regardless of anything, you're not putting out there in the street.
But a lot of women are good actors, though. They might be like a wife in the beginning, and next thing you know, you start making and whatnot, and they be like, oh well, I need this and that, and whatever. Oh, now you start getting an attitude, like now you done flip this whole, you done show your true side.
Is that after postpartum or is that after?
This is just.
What is that?
It might just be after.
Where did postpartum come from?
It might just be after a year of being together or whatever. You know what I mean? Just or maybe y'all just moved in together. Now y'all see how she moves.
Oh yeah,
I know.
That's interesting.
And then you move in, huh?
Nah, I said who checking?
Over here.
I'm just.
You know what? But that's
y'all believe in checking.
Okay, so you got to put me on game.
I gotta have my
checking is living
foundation.
with a woman and you're not married.
I gotta have my foundation.
Oh, if your name on the lease. It better be. I'm gonna tell you from experience, my boy.
Gonna be where your clothes at.
When it's cold
listen, when she mad, you got to get out the house.
That's right.
And guess what? You can't do nothing about it.
So okay, let's go. Get
out.
We don't cover a whole lot of ground. So let's go to the foundation of it. So when is a man supposed to lead?
When he has a foundation.
No.
From the beginning.
That's okay. So you want to go all the way back when he's a man.
Yeah, when he has a foundation, steps. When he has the steps, when he has interests and things that he's wanting to conquer, his dreams, his goals, his aspirations. aspirations.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he has a set plan.
And he has a set plan. You're not a kid. You're not a child no more.
Exactly.
So in a relationship, okay, after you're the man that, okay, you got a career that you're going after, you got a house you're going after, you got a car, you've done the necessary steps to look in the mirror and say, hey, I'm ready for a bride. I'm ready to have a family. So at this point, when you start entering into relationships, when you start a dating process, when are you supposed to start leading as people, as society says? When should you lead?
Me, I say from the beginning.
Right.
I say that honestly, your character should.
I'm the only Christian man. I just want to check. I don't know what you is. I don't like the way you look.
I love the way I look.
He said, I don't like the way you look. It got dark.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a good question, right? But I feel like a woman who, type of says to know that when she see you based upon how you move, that you
lead. When should you lead?
You lead immediately. You lead immediately. You lead immediately.
Like,
I'm put this way. I'm gonna be honest with you. No, I'm gonna say something. You don't turn on and off leadership. You're a leader. You're just a leader. Period.
No,
and
it don't mean like, paying her
I get what
bills.
you're saying, but that still come along with, because I'm a leader. I'm gonna tell you the things that I need, what I feel that's necessary, what is deemed in order for me to be in this situation.
It don't
now,
be
at
like
the end,
that.
it ain't being mean. It's being real.
Yep.
If I'm dating you, I'm getting to know you. So I'm telling you as a leader, look, these are things I need from a woman in order for me to feel secure of me for you to go there.
That's not leadership.
But okay, so look, like when I say lead in the beginning, let's say you go out on a date, right? Leading starts where, okay, you booking the restaurant, you telling her to be there at a certain time, this, that. That's leadership too. It's not just about, all that, but it's a start.
You're taking initiative.
Yeah, initiative, you know what I mean? Like,
you're in control of the situation. You're taking control.
Exactly.
You're not waiting on her. I'm taking the control.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, this is what we're going to do.
And this, and then the date goes good, you just led. You just led
like
to a
that.
good
They
night.
like that because I didn't have to think about the shit.
Exactly.
He did it.
Yeah. He didn't.
All I had to do is show up.
That's dating.
But it's still showing.
Yeah, but you say,
chivalry.
but no.
That's
Okay,
what
so
that
the difference
is.
is
That's chivalry.
that's like me. Okay, when you ask a girl like, "What you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do?" You giving her the lead. You giving her the lead.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, she feels like she has to do everything from the beginning. Then how can you lead in the end, bro? If she already planned everything in the beginning, how you expect her to let you plan in the beginning? You know what I mean?
Say it again.
That's what I'm saying.
Because all
It's
she's
just
been
a
doing from the
small
beginning,
thing.
because she gonna throw that shit. I've been lean since the beginning. The
Exactly.
first time we met,
You made me pick the thing.
I had a goddamn self to
do
date
that.
because
Do
y'all
that.
act like you didn't know how to goddamn look online to
Exactly.
find a restaurant,
Exactly.
and then all the
women.
other
Listen,
shit
women
adds
are always
up.
listening, watching,
They pay
studying,
attention.
paying attention. The way you dress, the way you talk, the way you lead from the beginning. That's why I say let everything know from the beginning. Start to lead from the beginning, so you won't have these problems in the
And talk
end.
and carry yourself, because she gonna watch and see. Okay, is he this nigga talk, or is he really about that life?
Yep.
Oh, I see. He got a nice thing. He got stability. He's doing this and that. I can learn from him. I want this man to lead.
Yeah, exactly. And one more thing, a lot of women don't understand. A lot of things that men do, at least 90% of the things we do, are for women. We're not. I mean, we like the cars and stuff like that, but in the games or whatever. But that's like 5-10%. The rest of everything that we do is for y'all. And I think a lot of women don't understand that. Like we're working 12 hours, not for ourselves. It's for our family, our wives, kids. You know what I mean?
And to look good for y'all.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like everything we do is really for y'all. And when y'all come in and ruin it, it's like, okay, so why would I stay with you? You know what I mean? I'm doing all this thing. I'm working 12 hours. I still got to deal with racism. I still got to do with, this. I still got to do with my family. I still got to do with stuff that happened in the back from past relationships.
Right.
But I know I can't bring this in a relationship with you because it's going to ruin everything. So that's why I'm saying when you come and bring about your past, we don't really care about that because this is our future. Forget the past, This is our future, so, I don't.
Let's go to this definition right here. A leader. A person or thing that leads, a guiding or directing head, a person who rules, guides, or inspires others, one whom others follow.
Thank you.
Let's dive a little deeper into the meaning of the last word, leader, of that last word, leader. The word leader is often confused with other words like manager or boss or elected official.
Mm-hmm. Right, and you're not controlling no one.
Thank you. That's a control.
Devoing or saying that you got to do this. I'm showing you based upon the way I move and the way I govern myself that I'm a leader. And when I take initiative, when I show you that I'm confident of living a certain type of way or moving a certain type of way without anybody's approval.
Yeah.
Or me being able to know that I'm confident, not because I say it, because my actions show, the fruits of my labor show that I am a leader. This man got his shit in order. He ain't got no roommate. He got his own shit. He got his own money. This man is up here making things happen. Yeah. He's clean. Right. He take care of himself. Right. He got a good mind. You feel what I'm saying? And he don't care about what nobody else think. He moved by the beat of his own drum.
Okay. So when should you lead her?
When she's willing to accept of who you are as an individual. I can show you leadership, but it's up to her to want to accept it. I can't force you to be like, I'm a leader, follow me. Yeah. I can't force that. That's not natural.
That's not natural.
She got to see it within herself. She got to be able to see it based upon the way you move, that she feel like you a leader or not. Yeah. And you got
yourself before she believe in you.
You know what I'm saying? And then and at the end of the day, she talking that talk, and she acting like you a leader, but her actions don't justify that. Then as a man, you got to have that discernment to be like, oh shit, I'm not picking on this rabbit hole, and dead it. Before you get a baby involved, before y'all moving in, bills and shit is involved, dead it.
Yeah, that's what a lot of men mess up at.
There's going to be some men listening to this. I want to make sure we include this because we got to get back to the topic of feminism and the damage that it has caused in our community. But while we're on this subject, what I'm trying to pull out of y'all is, when do we do it? When do we lead the relationship? I'm under the understanding. I'll tell you what I think.
Cool.
There's no. I'm not supposed to lead every woman I go on a date with. Mm-hmm. You know, I believe in what you said. You know, if I ask you out, I have somewhere in mind I want to take you. Mm-hmm. That's me. I believe in that. I believe that a man should take initiative and show some effort in courting a woman, showing her interest.
Mm-hmm. Or if you want, let's say you can ask the girl, hey, what do you... Like, you know, when you're talking on the phone stage, hey, what do you like to know? What do you like to do? You know, such and such. You just jot it down. Yo, what's your favorite color? What do you like to eat? Like, you like seafood, this and that. Cause,
Italian,
yeah. You know, you're just planning, you know, to move correctly.
We're going to corrupt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Again,
you know what I mean?
We basing it off of
you.
You
Movies.
Yeah.
We're going to a dine-in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I get that part, and to me, that's. I can respect the fact that y'all think that that's leadership. That's showing leadership qualities. Yes. But when is your responsibility to her to lead? Like how early in the process of dating?
I don't even think you have a time limit. It's just whenever y'all both come together and actually make it official. Now you gotta. Mm-hmm. Now you're in a different tax bracket.
It's your responsibility to lead, though, because leadership. As far as a man concerned, that's our responsibility. That's a charge to men to lead in our homes. In our homes. I'm a Christian, so I'm gonna just say, hey, God didn't tell me to lead nobody but my wife. If you are not that,
I feel like a lot of people,
is that my job?
When they mess up at they dating women that they don't see as wives,
and making them and treating them like wives, and there's levels to that shit, and that's why you got your
girlfriend, boyfriend.
Yeah, and that's why you have to be careful of moving quickly. That's what I'm saying. You moving in quickly, you trying to you messed around, you having unprotected sex with this girl, and you don't really know about the situation, and you put a baby in her, and then now you don't know.
She crazy. Now she holding the child from you. Now she this and that.
I got a question. Talk. Can a girlfriend be a wife?
I mean, that's
what she got the potential. That's the whole point. She's a prospect. That's the whole point of really, if you're really having a girlfriend, is I see you potentially as being my wife. Not because you're someone who I keep warm, that keeps me warm in the bed, because I see you as potential of possibly being my wife based upon what I've seen of you.
Each of us should answer this question.
That's my question. That's my answer.
What's you?
Mine is if a girlfriend's a wife, is it?
Yeah. Can a girlfriend be a wife?
I mean, yeah, you got to be a girlfriend before you be the wife. But at the same time, the leadership comes in because if I don't start acting like a husband, how can I expect her to start acting like a wife?
If you're acting husband, you're not a husband.
No, you gotta show her to, like you said, the lead and stuff. You gotta be on your stuff, have a plan. That's all.
Oh, it's like marriage with training wheels.
Yeah, it's like you leading up to that part.
It's
like
like
I
what?
can show you in the beginning, like, hey,
What is it like again?
Marriage with training wheels. What do you think, sir?
What I think, can a girlfriend be a wife?
Yeah.
That was the question.
Yeah.
Definitely. You know,
Technically, yeah.
because of my reasoning is because of soul ties. I'm not going to put myself on more than I can handle. So therefore, if I'm focused on that one individual, then I'm definitely going to, you know, look for that individual to definitely be my wife one day, because I wouldn't want to have
with soul ties, forming soul ties with
multiple
individuals. You disagree with that?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
But you're okay with fornication?
Oh yeah.
So you gonna put it in? That's what you say?
You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
My DM open.
Go ahead. Talk to Papa Joe.
Fornicating kind of like, you know, having like a soul tie.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah. Like, cause y'all mix it. y'all, I mean,
Yeah.
I was just like,
my answer to that is absolutely not.
to the question.
Yes.
That girlfriend can be a wife.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Why?
If your intent is to eat steak tonight, you don't go eat chicken. If you are looking for a wife, you are not looking for a girlfriend. If you made her your girlfriend, you're considering. You're looking for qualities that you're looking for in a wife, in somebody that you're not sure about pursuing.
Well, you don't know that person. I thought
But
that's
even if you say, go ahead.
You married.
I am. Talk to me.
When you decided to ask your wife for her hand,
Okay.
to share this journey with her,
Talk to me.
with you,
Fuck with me.
did you say to yourself that I'm looking for something temporary?
No, of course not.
What is a girlfriend?
A girlfriend, to me, is
an audition.
Of course, all of them is audition.
Yeah,
Of course,
girlfriend is a step to marriage.
It's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. This is not no full guarantee contract.
Before they whip my ass for this. Before they whip my ass. Because I know it's coming. I feel it off of him.
He looking
I
too.
feel it. Yeah,
He
I
looking
see it
too.
coming.
Talk.
You made a decision with yourself first. What you wanted.
You goddamn right. It starts with me.
Were you looking for a girlfriend?
At the time, when I started dating my wife, I'm going to be honest with you, I wasn't looking for no wife at all. But what I knew that I wanted to get married one day.
Thank you.
I knew I wanted that, but I
We all want
I
it.
did not put no stake into one person saying this is going to be my wife. Because at the end of the day, she had to show me something that made me feel like that she's worthy of her being my wife, just like and vice versa.
And you spending your money on it.
Not just spending my money, but me investing into
Time,
her
resources,
everything like that. My situation was different because I was flying back and forth to a different country. My wife is not from
You
here.
was doing that for a girl.
You did the right thing.
I was doing, at the time for my girlfriend, but I was doing that because it was worth the investment. Because she showed
Why was
me
it worth the investment? What were you wanting out of
Showing
that?
wife.
what I wanted out of it was was companionship. I wanted support. I wanted someone who was mentally conscious. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds like you were looking for a wife, brother.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, you could say that. Absolutely. I said that I wanted to get married, but eventually, but again, I was open to it.
I'm trying to drive you somewhere. If I interrupt too much, tell me.
That's cool. We cool. We talking. We conversing, brother.
What it sounds like you were looking for was a wife.
I mean,
you didn't necessarily know it was the wife that you have.
But I was ready to be married. Absolutely. I did say that. I did say that.
No, you did not.
Okay, I would say
that you was looking for a girl.
I was looking for a girlfriend, but at the end of the day, I was wanting to. At the end of the day, the goal was to have a wife.
Well, I thought that's what the whole
If
girlfriend
you're
stage
looking
is
for a wife,
yeah,
you're making the necessary steps
to look for the woman that's going to be your wife.
Your
Absolutely.
wife.
I agree with you on that.
When you out here just having girls that you just like, you ain't flying.
That's bullshit.
You ain't trying to solidify nothing with something that you're not sure of.
You're right.
You trying to plant seeds in this relationship to show her how you roll and to see how she rolls so that you know that you found what you're looking for.
I'm with you on that.
But she could be crazy too.
But I will say, I understand.
That was the whole point of dating, though.
I understand what he's saying.
Dating.
But you got to have the
Yes.
mindset.
Yeah.
But you got to have what he's saying is before you go into is your mindset is that I want to have a wife or I'm looking just to have a girlfriend.
You looking for
I feel
somebody
like-
Because then you got some
spend
people
time
out there-
with, or you looking for a forever partner?
Right, because you got some people that's be like, I just want to have a girlfriend with no end game.
That's why I said talk to
attention.
him at first.
And you have to talk to them, and that's why you got to
Exactly.
get. What is the end game for you? Are you wanting to get married? Do you see yourself getting married? That's why I say it's important to have these conversations
Thank you.
before you go into
You
that
find
situation.
what you looking for.
You will. You attract what you're
find
looking for.
What you looking for. When you looking for a wife, you find a wife.
My DM
When
is
you
open.
looking for a girlfriend, that's all you're gonna find. Now you can. A lot of us make the mistake of making a girlfriend a wife. What happens?
That shit get the turn to a divorce, or it turns to a whole bunch of other shit because you didn't get to know that
Your
person.
lifetime of misery. You find the things that many of us have found, especially me and you. We found baby mamas. You know, girls that we wish we never met in our entire life. We never, you too, never crossed paths with. When you're not looking for what you really want, you find everything else.
But still, look, okay, so how I see it, right? I was looking for a wife. We've been together for like 5 years, whatever. I done moved in, we had everything planned. I was working, I had a business, and this and that. But at the same time, I think it is, do the girl want a husband?
Was that your mindset prior to meeting her?
Yeah.
I do got a question.
It's always my mindset. With me, it's always my mindset.
To
I'm
find
not
a
just
wife.
dating just to mess around, to be honest with you. But I feel like it only wastes your time if you don't see if she wants a husband. Because she don't want a husband, then you're basically wasting your time putting in all the your effort and
I'm glad you said that. So I
don't know how to look.
So I got a question though to what you said. You was with her for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So at what point did you ever see that she wasn't wifey material? Because that's a long time to be with someone you never
Yeah.
proposed. I mean, so at that point, because I wanted to ask that.
that was like right after
Yeah.
high school. And,
Oh,
know
you
what
were
I mean?
young.
I was young.
You were
and
raw with it.
this-
That's cool.
Yeah, so this is my first girl. I'm like, dang, my mom
That's
just told me, hey, you need a wife, you need to do this and this and that. And I'm doing all this and this and that. But again,
You was young. You was
yeah,
young.
you know what I mean? And she
How
got
to
comfortable.
treat a woman or how to treat a wife. Our mothers often teach us how to find a woman.
Yeah.
A woman that will treat us the way a man's supposed to be treated, or look for a woman that has the qualities of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So who helps us try
Wife.
to find a wife?
My dad. My dad. And I would say for me, my father. I
parent
think
household.
my father, because my father's gonna tell me the things that, especially
Yeah.
if my parents have been married for a long time. Like for me, I've been blessed to be in a situation. My parents have been married going on 40 years. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm going to receive my father's counsel because obviously he don't found something that, hey, this what works for me. This is what you need to have stability in your household.
Wow.
Why the hell would I not listen to my father? He's a prime
You're
example of
supposed to be
having
the
that.
dad, to be honest, but a lot of people get that
He has
Wow.
to
thing from
what
women.
you want.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Because a lot of times we have to embody those characteristics to even attract what
Exactly.
we're looking for.
and most homes are brought up
Woman.
what?
Woman
And
dating.
so that's what I'm saying. It's
yeah.
deep. It's so deep. When we talk about this on our
And it
podcast,
affects us because,
It's
most
deep.
of our community
That-
is just
single household.
Single
And that's why I
household.
say everything has a trickle down effect, and that's why everything is not just because it's a cause and effect. And that's what we talk about on this podcast a lot, is that we want y'all to see that everything is not just because that things have a cause and effect.
Yep.
It's bigger than just you.
Yeah. If you don't have a cause, you can get any effect. You know what I mean? That's what I was trying to get to. If you don't know exactly what you're looking for, a lot of times we find whatever we find.
and try to make it a wife.
And you try to make it a wife. And you
And I
know
think
that
that's what I was
and
doing.
you know that you was. And we
And
knew.
I think that's what I was doing. I was trying to make a girlfriend, a wife that
We all have.
Yeah.
We all done made situations with them
she
girls.
didn't want to be, you know what I mean?
They was around longer than what they were supposed to.
Yeah.
Say, can we say that one more time? They was around longer than what they were supposed to, and then vice versa with women. That Ray was around longer than what the fuck he was supposed to be.
What he was saying, like he hit the nail on the coat. That's what I was trying to pull
Say
out of this
I was
conversation.
trying to make a girlfriend a wife.
Yeah.
A temporary, forever.
Yeah. Somebody
A rock of diamond.
We turn women.
It was
that
Cuban.
are
It wasn't Cuban
auditioning
zirconium.
Yeah. That's what it was.
It was Cuban.
It wasn't a
You
diamond.
auditioning for a bed space.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the top. That's as far as you going with me. If all you showing me is that you good in bed, is that you like talking on the
your
phone,
looks.
and your looks, you're not showing me the quality that it takes to be in my life.
Can I ask you a question then?
Ooh.
So what is the qualities that a woman needs to exhibit in order for a person like of your stature
I think that's
to
up
be
to
in
the
your life?
I think
Because
that's
I
up
think
to
there's
the
certain things that some brothers probably don't know. Well, what characteristics in a woman I need to be able to see that's worthy as a wife?
To be honest, I think that's on like a personal.
Well,
thing.
okay, so talk for you personally as G. What do you need?
I want to answer that in general, but I'll answer first what I need. If you can take care of me the way that I want to take care of you.
We don't mean like
Can we elaborate a little bit?
You care if I ate.
Good.
You care if the sheets are clean.
Keep going.
You care if the sheets are clean because I'm sleeping on it. Not solely because of you. You care about my well-being.
Two.
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah, two.
Yeah, not just about you, but me too. Like it's us.
Me too.
It's like the Black Lives Matter. It's not just saying Black Lives only matter, but it's like Black Lives Matter too. But the two is silent.
Yeah. Like that's them things have to matter, and when you're looking for a wife, you have to first and foremost, a wife quality is that I want to take care of you that way. Yeah. I want to care for you. I care about your well-being, and I see you reciprocating that. I care that you ate. You care that I ate. You care that I sleep. You care. You know what I mean? My health, my mind, my physical.
And let me add this.
You're wanting to take care of those things, and I want to take care of those things for you. Those are things that matter, not how often we screw.
Yeah. How often we take vacations.
Yes.
And also, let me add this too. Also, and this is just for the men. Men have to learn to be comfortable with sometimes being uncomfortable too, because.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Being uncomfortable.
Being uncomfortable, just saying that understanding the role of being a leader, and understanding the power that comes with that. And sometimes individual is not always right. And so sometimes, you can be stubborn, you can be stuck inside your ways, and sometimes that don't always lead to a successful relationship.
Facts.
So when I say, learn to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations is be open-minded. Have your ears open, so therefore you can be stronger. So therefore, you and your spouse can build that sharp point to a point where, you're inspiring others.
And take care of the friendship.
Absolutely.
Take care of the friendship.
And you know what?
Friendship. Make sure you maintain friendship. Sometimes we go into relationships and we're not exactly like, because I know I was having a conversation earlier today that all relationships should start as friends. And I was like, yeah and no. Because I don't ever want to be your platonic friend. I'm not sitting on the phone listening to you talk about dudes, shopping, makeup, hair, all that kind of stuff. I want you to know that there is a romantic interest from me to you.
Absolutely.
I want to spend time with you like that too. But also, I want to be able to reveal who I am to you. Right. I want to make sure that I can be comfortable saying shit around you.
Vulnerability.
Yeah. I need to be transparent, vulnerable.
Trust.
I need to be whoever I am today. I need to be able to be that in front of you, because relationships are as is. It's not what you're going to be, what you wish you was. It's not about none of that. Relationship as is. It's like buying a used car. Yeah.
9 times out of 10, you are buying it. You are getting a used car.
Brand new.
Yeah. Low mileage though.
Low mileage. But I want to tie back on something that you said. You said being okay with being uncomfortable, right? I think that for me, when I look at that, also too, being uncomfortable with being by yourself, that person you're talking to is not that person, and you're trying to make her be your girlfriend. Yeah. You're trying to force her to be something that she's showing you that she's not. We got a lot of times, we got some brothers who fall victim of that. You know that this person has been showing you that from the beginning that she's not that one, but you are not. You want to convince yourself that you can change that. Because there's certain little qualities about that person that you want to keep and that you don't want to let go, but deep down inside she's not it. And we have to be okay with being uncomfortable saying that as much as lustfully I may want this, or much as I see a potential, you're not it.
Okay, now
and being okay with being by yourself until that right one comes around.
Right now, okay. Now, let me ask you this. Now, do you wait on, you know what I'm saying, potentially hoping that individual will come around and have the mind frame that you're looking for because she already has qualities that, you know what I'm saying, hold? Or do you just be like, you know what,
I'll be honest with you.
Work on building yourself.
And I think it depends on the situation because everybody got their deal breaker, right? If I see that you're showing a behavior that's a deal breaker for me off rip, that's a problem. Yep. Because it's not a guarantee that you're going to change. If you are who you are and you don't change, can I live with that for the rest of my life? And if you're showing me those behaviors at the beginning, then I'm a fool to continue to invest. It's just like you looking at a stock. If you know that this stock is crashing, it's showing it's crashing, but yet you pour your money into it, who fucking fault is it at the end of the day? It's the same damn thing, is it not, fellas?
That's what I was telling myself. Like, the situation I'm in, I don't even blame her anymore. Like, her acting out and doing that, I was like,
and she's showing you that from the beginning.
Yeah.
You accepted that. You signed the contract.
Yeah, there you go.
You act like you didn't, but you did. If you knew she showed you that from the beginning, you continue to be with her, love her, buy shit, invest into her. Then you're supporting the behavior.
What he said something earlier. Nick said something earlier with the. Aren't you supposed to be boyfriend and girlfriend first before you get married?
He did say something.
I want to answer that. I want to say that technically, yes.
Yeah, technically.
Like I believe that society has made us throw in a scapegoat in relationships, and hence the turn of the century. We started the whole girlfriend boyfriend thing because we weren't sure that we wanted to take the next steps with somebody. When you think about like our grandparents, our great great grandparents, or maybe our grandparents, but their great great grandparents were, you knew that from the time you like 15 on up that you were supposed to be setting yourself up for life. You're supposed to know what kind of job, what kind of career you want. What kind of house you want, how you gonna build that house, where you want to build that house at, how many kids you want, do you want kids, do you want a family? Those are the kind of questions that are initially brought in around those ages of 15, 14, 13 when the man does that rite of passage. Right. We have turned, as society has grown and time has turned, I feel like that's something that we push further out. Like you don't have to get serious about life until you're 25, 30.
Can't do that.
And when you're waiting that long to have a house, by the time you're 50, you're still making payments on that house. You're still making payments on cars and still trying to find a woman to be with later in life. By the time you're 30, it's like you've been in this game working probably since you've been 15, 16, and you're kind of worn out by then. Yeah. Now you're just looking for something that's quiet, that's peaceful, and you don't look for somebody initially when you're in those developmental ages, like between 15 and 21, when you should be trying to set up a life for yourself. That our fathers would tell us back then. Our fathers would tell us. Our grandfathers would tell us, this is what you need to be doing. You need to learn how to do this. But you need to know how to maintain the household. So
you go back to, like you said, a lot of us didn't have a father, especially in our community. So it's like most of us fall into this trap again because we never had nobody telling us that. So we had to learn. So I feel like the kids, like you do have out of wedlock or whatever. I would try to teach my son all the wrongs I did so he won't do it, so he could start that new generation. Like, hey, don't do this. If she ain't acting like a wife, dead it from right there. Do not sleep with this woman unprotected. Stuff like that. Something that I wasn't taught and told.
I look at this as you saying these things, and it's very true, and I agree with you 110%. I think that we got to start having the mindset of looking at it as, for instance, like a job. If you're trying to look for a job in your hometown and you can't find it, what are you going to do?
What's the next state?
So what we got to start doing is stop trying to look for certain things in a certain location that we've been looking at for the past 10 years and start venturing off in other places. If that means that you got to go, if you really look for a wife, and that means you got to take your butt to a different country to find your wife, is that not worth the
Get my
investment?
passport. I said that.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what people are doing now.
Yes.
People are realizing that I don't have to be local to be able to find my wife. My wife can be anywhere around the world. Especially, you know how many, especially, you know how many more women it is than men in this world? Why, as a man, that you have to settle for anything that's not less than what you deserve as a man that you should get?
Because of the priorities that they already set for
But at the end of the day, you don't have to accept that contract. And that's the thing I want to tell my brothers. Regardless of whatever contract a person gives to you, you don't have to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
And if that contract is not giving you what you need, then you look elsewhere.
That's what you need to expound on right there. That right there, we waste too much time. I look back over my life and the women that I've dealt with. It's a lot of women in my life I spent too much time with. Mm-hmm. When I knew that this wasn't going to work, just because you had some bomb pee.
Mm-hmm. You can cook good.
Oh, it wasn't even. Most of them couldn't.
No, I had some that could.
Most of them.
You gotta feed me. You gotta be able to at least feed. I gotta be able to eat.
Most of them like seafood.
Yeah,
straight up.
Yeah, like they, you didn't see the
characteristics. In the house so you can cook something. You
didn't even see the characteristics that you was raised around.
Say that again.
Your mama cared about her house. She cared about everybody in her house. And we around here dating women that don't care about nothing but themselves. And that right there can slow down the process. Like we need to learn when men and women need to learn when to walk away.
And it's okay.
And it's okay. It's okay. This didn't work out.
It was okay.
The only downfall, it's not a downfall, but the only thing with that is women are crazy. Women gonna lie. They're gonna start posting about you. But that's what a man, you have to not care.
That's the main thing that you just said.
I feel like
you have to not care.
If you're gonna train your mindset to not care.
Not to care because you gotta understand.
They're gonna do everything to bring you down, to stop you, to not find somebody else.
I don't want to be friends with nobody I date on social media.
Mm-hmm. I don't care because I don't care because I know the end game.
Access.
You feel me? I know what my end game is. So if you mad because you're not part of that end game because you fucked that up, that ain't my fault. You gotta deal with that, not me.
Exactly.
Because I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. Listen, you're the ones that be pissed off they're mad because they know they missed out on something.
Yeah, what I tell you, Joe, just make sure you spell my name right. At least do that for me.
Get it right.
Right. Say your name right.
At least spell my name right.
You're going to put dirt on my name. Get the address right.
At least get something right.
And speak facts on it.
Right.
Don't be making up shit.
They're not going to speak facts.
So with that being said, that's the initial thing of it. So feminism, how do you feel the feminism movement has affected our community?
I feel like it took away accountability.
No, it took away
I feel like it took away the accountability. It's brought in more entitlement. It took away accountability.
It took away
the manhood.
Thank you.
That's the main thing because now you're saying that
they're wearing hearts on their pants.
Nah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you was here, man. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Shots. You know what I'm saying?
But I just think that honestly, though, like it just takes away the accountability. It takes away. It brings in entitlement. It takes away the masculinity of men. And make it where women are supposed to be more masculine than men. That's not natural. Because you see that when you find women that find a man that allow them to be masculine, it doesn't fucking work. Yeah. It don't, because at the end of the day, a woman is yearning for a man to lead them, regardless if they say it or not. They can make word a different way, but no woman don't want to be with no punk. I'm sorry. Have you seen? Y'all tell me how many successful relationships have y'all seen
where punk, what you mean?
A punk meaning that you allow your woman to run.
You bow down to her.
You bow down to her. Whatever she say goes. You don't have no say so. She's in control of everything. Not because you don't have the inability to do it.
Afraid to lose her.
You're afraid to lose her, and you're so afraid of being who you are as a man that you shrink yourself.
Yeah.
You shrink yourself. Then be with her to cater to what she wants and not getting what you need. I'm not going to destroy myself to make you happy. That's bullshit. We're supposed to be able to get that together. Simple. If that means that my happiness has to be compromised to make you happy, then I ain't the one for you. And I'm done with that shit.
Amen. You said a mouthful. Yeah. I don't even know if we can have the rest of the conversation because that was a lot. You nailed it, brother.
One last thing. Have y'all seen the new Black Panther?
I'm not, but I heard about it.
I haven't seen the first one.
Let me tell y'all something. If you want to know what feminist is,
Everybody's been saying it. Every person I know is saying the same thing he's saying.
Look, I'm watching the movie. I'm like,
I went to the theater to see it, but I ain't really pay attention to it.
I bet you.
it was women beating grown.
I just had to go to the
Wow.
and taking over kingdoms and like ruling kingdoms.
Wow.
And I'm just
Like the Woman King.
Wow.
yeah, like the Woman King. I didn't even want to watch it because of that. Woman King? How? Is she a
took-
trans?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How you a king? Why you just
But that's
be a
basically-
woman queen?
basically, that's what that movie was. Woman
Wow.
King.
You just can't pick and choose when you want me to be a man and when you don't
Yeah,
want me to
but-
be. It won't be a man all the time or am I not?
I don't want to spoil the movie, but they had a woman beating the man ass.
So
And taking over and ruling the country, and they was like, it's just all woman empowerment. I mean, you know, it's not, but it's like, no, that's not how it works.
They catering to the audience.
So-
Yeah.
now.
Yes,
So,
yes, yes.
so speaking on future references, you know what I'm saying? 5 years later, 10 years later, how do you see this world honestly playing itself out?
In Fire, if a woman releases it, we're gonna.
I would say this: the way things are going, and it ain't about per se a woman's president, but just in general, right? You're gonna see a lot of unsuccessful households, and you're gonna see that because people are gonna clash so much because at the end of the day, it's not right. It's not natural. You're trying to make oil and water mix, and it ain't gonna goddamn mix.
Is that
And
in
you're
the
trying
Bible?
to-
Is that in the Bible?
No.
Where is that in the Bible? Somebody let me know.
Yeah, supposed to leave.
It's there.
You're trying to make something mix and it's not going to mix, and you're trying to force me to drink it and accept it, and I can't do it.
Poverty, crime, a lot of
Broken households, single households.
Yeah, that's what comes out of these broken households. A lot of men ruling, going out into the world and acting off emotion. You don't know how to have a disagreement with another man because you're going off of your
Emotions.
feelings.
Yep.
And then you're
I say that all the
reacting off
time.
your feelings too,
Off
and that's
your
where you're going to see
feelings.
crime go up, people getting killed, shot.
You walking around with
Because
an
you didn't
angry
say what's
face
up
all the
when you walked
time.
in the room.
Yep.
Oh, because he looked at you a certain type of way.
Oh, happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month.
I mean, we're not saying this as a way to talk
Never
back.
show it.
Yeah, we're not degrading on women.
They say it.
Don't excuse it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's like, y'all got to see the facts. Y'all don't see, like, when you try to lead and it fails, and not only hurts you, but it hurts us. And when we're hurt and we fall again, everything else falls along with
It's
it.
all connected, bro.
And it's gonna, and then you teach your kids that, and you teach your kids the wrong thing. The cycle keeps on continuing. And
Generation. That's why we're not breaking the generational
Exactly.
We're not
curse.
doing
Somebody
it.
has to do
We're
it.
not
We'll
doing it.
continue the generational curse to happen.
The book I was telling you about a long time ago, Ty, was I can't remember the title of the book, but it starts off with the man driving his family on a road trip, and he falls asleep. The wife wakes up, startled, screaming. How can you do this? She grabs the wheel, and she starts driving the car into oncoming traffic, and he wakes up and he sees what's happening, and he tries to grab the wheel. The kids are screaming, the wife is screaming, and he's trying to pull the car back onto the right side of the road. He made a mistake, like a lot of men have made throughout
That's what I was
history.
going to talk on, too, yeah.
So while he's trying to put the car back on the road, she doesn't trust him enough to let go of the wheel.
That's exactly.
So what she's doing is, because of her fear and her emotions, she's making sure the car stays on the wrong side of the road because now she has the authority.
That's that
he
law.
lost his.
Yep.
He lost his. So, in turn, I think at the end of that scenario is they ended up dying because she never let go. And a lot of times, like in this society, there are some good men out here. There's more good men that are spoken about, but because of the narrative that they're trying to push in our society, that men aren't leaders, aren't being.
It ain't just men. We're talking about black men. Black men.
Well, men in general, but black men especially.
Especially. Go ahead.
And what happens is we're stepping up to the plate, but they don't want to let go of the wheel. They don't want to let go. And what they're doing is, we got what they're doing to us in the educational system. We got what they're doing to us in the prison system. We got what they're doing to us in the workplace. We got what they're doing to us in the communities and our society. all of this is going on. These men that y'all hate, that y'all talk about all day long, y'all got sons. This narrative that y'all pushing, y'all are pushing the narrative that men ain't shit.
Yep.
And we ain't worth a damn. And y'all got sons.
How you raising your son? What's the message you giving your son?
The message you giving your son is because when you start seeing women treat your son like he ain't shit, and you know the ingredients that you put into your son, now other women are treating him like you treat the other men that you was talking about.
And you teach him to be okay with accepting it.
And that goes
and
back
that's not what it is. You're teaching him not to you teach him not to defend himself, to speak up for himself. You teach him to soften himself, to shrieking himself. And what comes along with that? Mental illness, fucking trauma,
depression.
Or the backside of it is they are teaching them to stand up for yourself. And I told somebody alone, forgive my language for what I'm going to say, but a lot of times when you see a man and woman arguing, you can't tell who the bitch is.
Yep.
You can't. Because you raising these feminine men that are growing up and taking on your traits
I don't argue
and your characteristics and thinking that the way that you handle things is the right way for them to handle things.
Yeah.
So and it's graduating into when you see two men arguing, they seem like two females.
Mm-hmm.
When you see
two,
they
getting louder and louder, I'm like, oh my.
Louder.
And taking personal shots, not personal.
And I'm saying, bro,
like this ain't the way that God intended.
We're not supposed to live this world by ourselves.
No, because everybody's playing defense, nobody's playing offense.
It goes back to what I posted about the you rather be a bad bitch or a wife. Because you calling yourself a bad bitch and a bad bitch and posting news and stuff, and you have a daughter, she's gonna follow suit, and that's gonna become the woman that's gonna damage the next man and bring him down. So it goes on both hands. Like you're teaching not only your son but your daughter to keep on this corruption as well.
That's
what I was trying to get at when I made that post.
Yeah, and I keep going back to the Amber Rose and Murder Mook situation on Drink Champs. So I forgot to post it in the group chat, but when you look at that, you can see that black women are taking cues from non-black women still on how they elevate themselves in this society. You want to be sluts. You don't want to be mothers. You want to be hoes and bag chasers. You don't want to solidify family, stability, respect, integrity.
You want a Birkin.
But here's the funny thing about that. But you're not seeing them with other groups, though, are you?
No, that's why a lot of people
Amber Rose can't take that back to her community.
No,
that's
exactly what I was telling those
That's
women.
what I'm trying to get y'all. The people have to understand. Recognize the game.
I'm
Recognize the game that's happening.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody else ain't carrying that.
Thank you.
You don't see nobody else around the world. I travel the world. I've seen it. Yeah, there are a few exceptions to the rule.
Yeah, of course.
But majority of them ain't carrying themselves with that mindset because they know that mindset gonna have me have a husband.
Amber Rose ain't gonna host a slut walk in Beverly Hills on Rodale Drive. Nope. She ain't hosting it over there in Alpharetta. She ain't doing it in their neighborhood where she's accepted at. She can switch. She can code switch on us because she's not us. But we're taking cues from people that are destructive in our community, but they don't take that same fight and bite to theirs.
Yep.
No matter what y'all think, I don't care what y'all think. I want to say it clear: Amber Rose is not a black woman. Women like her, Marilyn Monroe. Y'all around here quoting Marilyn Monroe on Facebook and all over social media. If you can't love me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Why are you at your worst? Why are you not on the bench? Why are you not getting therapy? Why are you not doing the necessary work on yourself before you come out here talking about going on a date with somebody, looking for a husband?
Yep. There you go.
You know what I mean?
And that goes even with the black woman, because you got, and it's crazy because you got Nicki Minaj, Beyonce saying, all the single ladies and this and that, but yet they're married. But yet, they're not practicing what they preach. They're just preaching that
they
nonsense.
They are practicing what they preach, but they sending another message out here.
Yeah. It's called entertainment, and y'all believe
exactly. Y'all
that's
believe
what y'all doing.
Exactly.
They cater just like the other people do us all the time. They catering to the audience.
Yeah.
They catering white folk.
Oh yeah, man.
The machine.
Yeah,
I
the
won't say
machine.
it's not just white.
It's
people,
not just no.
But the machine tells us that they want to. We're their trash. We're their dump. We're the waste dump. All the bad stuff that in society, they always come over here and try it on us.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Everything that they've done crazy in society, they've done it to us first.
Yep.
You know, we seen that with syphilis over there in what's the place they did that? Tuskegee. Tuskegee.
Tuskegee.
Yeah, they did that thing right there. They do all their experiments in bad neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
All the way, if you ever go find a waste plant or anything, it's always in the worst part of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Always in the impoverished neighborhoods.
All the liquor stores.
All the liquor stores. All the worst stuff.
Yeah. Fast food and all that.
You don't find that when you in the suburbs and when you in like real nice neighborhoods, there ain't nothing but houses over there.
Beautiful.
And land.
You find a winery.
Yeah, you might find a winery.
A winery or something.
But you ain't gonna find all that crap that you find in our neighborhood and those neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm. Sprouts and Publix and all them.
Do you think it will ever get better?
That's all.
We have to get better for it to get better.
Exactly.
We have to do
We have
the
to
work
start feeding into
on
that
our community.
Nicki Minaj and all the media, like the Bad Girls Club and all that book. We gotta stop feeding.
But those are all sprouts of these white feminists that come on our side and try to promote this women rights and destruction on our side. They not taking that. White boys ain't hearing that. No. Asian boys ain't hearing that. Mexicans ain't hearing that.
Middle Easterners are definitely not hearing that.
Middle Eastern, they don't want to hear none of that. They can come over here. A white woman can come over here and say the most insane things about family structure and community and women rights over here. We always their audience. Mm-hmm. And what we do, we eat it up. And from Marilyn Monroe, you got Janet Jackson and Diana Ross and you know what I mean? And the spawns of them, when you come down to Amber Rose, you got from Amber Rose, you got women like Nicki Minaj. Yeah. You know what I mean? Lil' Kim. Cardi B. You know what I mean? You got stuff like that. Yeah. They don't start speaking like that until the others, our opposites, our opposers, our oppressors, start speaking that way, and then they get more comfortable saying that stuff to us.
But it's all about the agenda. See, like that's one thing that I have learned by just like looking at media. Media always want to go to what's opposite. You know, a lot of people don't even realize that. But like they always try to give a controversy to everything that you know what I'm saying is going on inside everyday life, and the problem is like I said before, like it's what you see, it's what you hear. Yep. You know, it's the things that you put. You know, like I said before, basic biblical knowledge is your eye gate, your ear gate. You know, all of that stuff you have to be very mindful of.
Yeah, what you eat is what you shit.
Right.
All day. So, with that being said, y'all let us know what y'all think. We're going to wrap up this show today. Y'all can reach us on social media, #CutDifferent on all media outlets and all streaming outlets, man. This has been Cut Different. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you here with us. These are our 2 cents. Spend them or save them. I got my boy Ty in here.
Yes, Sirski.
We here. We appreciate it.
Got Nick in here.
Yes, sir.
And my boy Lilo.
Single ladies, hit that DM. Lilo Beats.
Lilo Beats. Lilo Beats women.
I like that.
Nah, you're a good dude. And this your boy G, George and Trisha's son. We out of here, y'all. Nobody stop me. What's wrong with y'all?